visualize something, what sense might you use? Maybe your eyes?
And your nose?
No, just your eyes. Visualizing is something that you're going to see with your eyes. And what we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to read the story 2 times. And the first time I'm going to read it, I'm not going to show you the pictures because I want you to visualize the pictures in your head. I want you to think, pretend you can see them. And then we're going to put them in our head and we're going to see if we can match the pictures up. Because the second time I'm going to read it, we're going to get to see the pictures and we're going to see if we visualized correctly. Sound like fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time you're not going to get to see the pictures, just me. But I'm going to show you how to do it. It was the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. If it's summertime, I see it's hot outside. Do you see if it's hot? Summertime? I might be getting in the pool to cool off. And what about grapes? I visualize grapes to be big and purple and juicy. That's what I see.
I see grapes.
They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car. And in it, they put an ice chest full of soda pop and some boxes of crackers and bologna sandwiches. And they came up from Virginia. I can see crackers and bologna sandwiches. That makes me hungry.
Me too.
How many of you ever smelled a real car? I can smell the leather in a car. Have you ever gotten in a car and smelled it?
No.
No? I can smell the car too.
I can smell it.
They left at 4 in the morning when it was still dark. How many of you have ever gotten up when it's still dark and been on the road? It's really dark and I can still see the moon and maybe the stars out, right?
And I can see at night.
They were up even before the birds were awake. I can see little birds sleeping in their nest. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Camera. They drove all day long and into the night, and while they traveled along, they looked at strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about the purple grapes back at home. If I drove all day and all night, I think I would be really tired, and I would want to get in and lay down in my bed because I wouldn't want to drive anymore, would I? And what about strange houses? How do you think they're strange? Maybe they're purple with pink polka dots. Or maybe it has a yellow roof. How could they be strange? I picture something silly.
Me too.
So they drank all their soda pop and ate up all their crackers and traveled miles until they finally got into the yard. Oh, I'm so excited to finally get out of the car. Can you imagine driving all day and night? And what happens when you finally get there? You're ready to get out and play, aren't you? I can see that.
I want to drive all night all day.
Then it was hugging time. Oh, I can see me hugging my mom.
Me too, me too, me too.
And my dad. Talk about hugging. Those relatives just passed up around the car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes. Some were crying. They hugged us for hours. I can see them crying. And I think, why were they crying? Maybe because they were happy to see them? Do you cry when you're happy sometimes?
Mm-mm.
Sometimes I cry when I'm happy. Then it was into the house, and there was so much laughing and shining faces. I can see a big face shining. What would that look like? Would all your teeth be showing?
Yeah.
Maybe so. You'd have to go through at least 4 different hugs just to get through the kitchen to the front room. Those relatives, they sure did like to hug, didn't they? They gave lots of hugs. I think my face might start hurting after a while because I smiled so much. Has that ever happened? You smile so much your face might hurt.
Yeah.
You're so excited. And finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around until we got a turn at the table, there was quiet talk imagine there to be meat, maybe a roast beef or chicken, and potatoes and macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Think about all your favorite foods all together. That would be a lot, wouldn't it?
Miss Venus, your nickname for potatoes, we call them taters.
The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good since there weren't any extras. So a few of us squeezed in with the rest and slept on the floor. Oh, if I had to sleep on the floor, I imagine my head to hurt.
I hate
And maybe it would kind of feel hard. How many of you got to sleep on the floor before? Was it very comfortable?
No.
I think I would rather be in my
I
bed.
sleep on the floor and then Phoebe's.
Some of their arms even threw their arms across at our chest. Has that happened to you before? Maybe if you slept with someone and they rolled over, I can feel them hitting me. I can see that. It was different going to sleep with all the new breathing in the house. That would be different, wouldn't it? Having to sleep with all those people. The relatives stayed for weeks and weeks. That's a long time. They helped us tend the garden and they fixed any broken things they could find. I can see them helping me around the house and fixing things. How many of you help your mom or dad?
I help all my family. I help all mine. I only help my mom.
And they ate up our strawberries and our watermelon. They promised we could eat all their grapes and peaches when we came to Virginia. Watermelon. I think it's sweet, and I see red, and I see black seeds, right? And I can see me spitting the seeds out like that.
Miss Venus, the seeds are yucky when you eat
Yeah,
them.
that's why we spit them out.
My
But
brother eats
none of
them.
us thought about Virginia much. They must have been having a really good time where they were, weren't they? They forgot about their home.
You can't eat the seeds, right?
They were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together.